You're listening to the Betoota Advocate's weekly news wrap on Desert Rock FM 96.5.
Hello and welcome to your weekly Betoota News Bulletin, a wrap-up of all of the biggest stories that have broken out of the Channel Country this week. I am Wendell Hussey. You will notice that the voice is not that of Clancy Overells. Clancy and Errol are meeting Bob Catter regarding some regional journalism grants, I believe. Anyway, you probably understand that has taken a little bit longer than actually expected. So they're still doing that. That means that Effie, Bateman and myself are jumping into the bulletin to run through what has been happening over the last couple of weeks. So it is great to be with you. So what will we kick off this week's bulletin with?
All right, so we've got a local man who has pledged to solve the lettuce crisis by heading down to the shops with a few sewing needles. Yes,
this is the story that has really taken the back end of the week by storm. That is, of course, God's lettuce, which is normal lettuce, now rivaling the price of Devil's lettuce. They're through the roof, and one man has had enough of that. His name is Will Pavlich. Well, that's the name that we printed. We've actually changed his name for anonymity because obviously he doesn't want to be identified for what he's about to do. He said he's had enough of this lettuce crisis shit, quoting him there, so he's going to be the change he wants to see in the world. Taking inspiration from the needle in Fruit Saga from a few years ago, Will says he's heading down to all of the local supermarkets in his area and he's going to put 2 bits of spiky metal into a couple of lettuces and he is just going to let the rest work its magic, and what happens from there, hopefully, he says, he will see a drop in the price of lettuce and, of course, the flow-on effect of things like bok choy, baby spinach, all those other leafy greens that we're used to having in our salads, stir-fries, sandwiches, all that sort of stuff.
Yes, like little golden tickets, but ones that will drive the media into a frenzy and hopefully drive down the price of the fresh produce as well.
Fingers crossed.
Heading overseas for our next story, and Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has looked to strengthen ties with Indonesia by meeting President Widodo in a traditional outfit.
Yes, Anthony Albanese headed off this week to visit our northern neighbour, Indonesia. It was the first official bilateral meeting for Albanese, which is quite a significant thing in terms of international diplomacy. He's decided to have his first bilateral meeting with our northern neighbours, and they rolled out the red carpet for him coming off the plane and taking him to the presidential palace. Anthony Albanese tried to return to show how serious he was. He turned up in some board shorts, thongs, and a bintang singlet with a bintang long neck in hand. He did offer a long neck to President Joko Widodo. He turned that down, said he wasn't interested and just wanted to talk, but seemed like it was received okay. The kind of Bali dress up that Albanese had there. It's not known if he got confused between Bali and Java and where he was in Jakarta, which is not on Bali. But yeah, it remains to be seen what happened behind closed doors there. We haven't heard. He did go and get some cornrows as well, actually, afterwards, I believe.
There's been some allegations that he emerged drunk on a scooter as well, but that seems to have been swept under the rug.
Yeah, that was just rumours we heard, but we haven't been able to substantiate that. We had a comment from Justin Raby on that story, actually. He had a bit of a tip-off. He said that he has heard Anthony Albanese is going to be on the next episode of Border Security when he lands back in Sydney with a suitcase full of laser pointers and cheap DVDs. So something to keep an eye on. Bit of entertainment.
And some more entertainment news now, and we saw the royal family celebrate the Queen's Platinum Jubilee last weekend, and that led to an interesting story from here in town. And this headline reads, "Why do you worship these rich women who do nothing?" says Mum midway through the Platinum Jubilee.
Yes, Mum here talking about her frustration that her daughter was so obsessed with the Kardashians, or America's royal family as they're also known.
Yes, the 57-year-old local monarchist called Julie Petrie has once again lashed out at the shallow interests of her 2 daughters today after hearing yet another high-energy kitchen table conversation about Pete Davidson or Caitlyn Jenner or something like that.
Yeah, and those comments did come during the Platinum Jubilee, which was a bit of an eyebrow-raising incident there in town. But she did say, and these are the quotes we've got from her, "Seriously, what do they do?" Talking about the Kardashians, "apart from delivering tabloids a sex scandal every 10 years and marrying underwhelming men while occasionally wearing a nice dress. The Kardashians contribute very little to the world. Just pointless gossip. I mean, I guess when you think about it, the Kardashians have invaded a fair few less countries and oppressed a whole lot less people. And I don't think they have any pedophilia scandals currently plaguing them at the moment
but you
either.
never know.
Yeah.
You never know. But we've got a good comment from a Trevor John Rogosh, who says, "Don't show such bad taste by mentioning the Queen in the same article as Kardashians. She does more than most people realise. Just because she was born wealthy, it hasn't stopped her from devoting her life to her subjects."
Might be a monarchist there, I reckon,
I
Trevor.
think so.
Staunch defence of the Queen. Fair enough, Trev. Sorry, we won't do it again. What's our last story of the week, Effie?
Alright, so our last one is Queensland fans demand Munster never touches another schooner again.
Yes, that comes in the wake of that sensational game of rugby league on Wednesday night, where Queensland once again demonstrated their superiority at the state of origin level against New South Wales. They did them 16-10 down there in Sydney, away from home, which is a big win in front of 80,000 cockroaches. And man of the match was Cameron Munster, who led from the way. He had like 188 metres, busted the line, absolutely terrorised the New South Wales team. And it has been pointed out that his recent purple patch of form at Queensland level and Melbourne Storm level may have something to do with the fact that he has gone dry and doesn't drink alcohol anymore. Obviously, you know, fans don't mind seeing the players enjoy a 4X gold, and it would taste really sweet after a win, but they've said after that display, please Cameron, no more schooners, no more pints, no more stubbies, just keep doing what you're doing and keep terrorising those New South Welshmen, because we just need to win one more game, and that's another series in our name. And the Blues dynasty, gone, because they don't seem to know how to play more than 20 minutes of football in a row. So there you go. That's the plea out to Cameron Munster. Hopefully he hears it.
There you go, and that's what's making news this week.
Hope you've had a good one. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.